Our shelters are not safe. They are not places where people want to live.
Personally, don't feel safe in this facility. It could have been me. Could have very well been. Apparently, someone was stabbed. We don't officially know if they were murdered.
Victoria Goode was a 27-year-old aspiring model living in Manhattan in a women's shelter named the New Providence. Victoria moved to New York City from Oklahoma City 5 years ago to pursue a runway modeling career. She had recently done a shoot for Vogue Mexico in September, but was struggling to make ends meet. This led her to stay in a women's shelter and or with friends while she tried to secure permanent housing. She was described as a friendly young woman who liked to have fun and had a low tolerance for disrespectful people. Victoria had just told family members recently that she had been afraid of her roommate, who was a 42-year-old woman by the name of Charmaine Kaufman, who allegedly had been causing problems with Nicole for quite some time. It had gotten to the point that Nicole had been scared of her, and Nicole even called the cops on her roommate Charmaine in the past. The ladies also attempted to get the residential aides to have them switched to another room with hopes of getting away from each other, but were unable to do so because only the Department of the Homeless Services were able to switch the rooms. Nicole's dad stated that she described her roommate as a jerk and stated that Charmaine would go around talking to the devil and pumpkins. At around 10 p.m. on December 16th, Victoria was found suffering from multiple stab wounds on the 6th floor of the hallway of the Project Renewal shelter she had been living in. According to reports, Victoria had a friend over and they had been smoking and listening to music when Charmaine came into the room and began spraying air freshener on Victoria and her friend. Victoria then threw a blanket at Charmaine, which led to Charmaine pulling out a knife and jabbing Victoria multiple times. Victoria was rushed to the Bellevue Hospital where she was pronounced unalive. Surveillance camera caught this brutal attack and Charmaine was seen running away and tossing the knife into a trash can on the street. She was later seen on surveillance camera at a Manhattan subway station. 4 days after the attack, Charmaine turned herself in and is being held without bond. Nicole's family is left devastated and is now seeking justice. They state that the staff members were aware of the situation with the roommates, but didn't do anything about it. The shelter Victoria lived in has allegedly experienced prior incidents as well as residents' concerns about security. Many residents state that they do not feel safe living there.
One shelter resident I spoke to said she saw the blood herself Friday night, but was undisturbed by the incident.
Yeah, that's something personal that happened. It's nothing to do with the system.
But it has everything to do with New York City's homeless system, according to resident Yamani Vasquez, who's lived at New Providence for 3 months, have left within a week of being admitted.
It's understandable why there's so many people on the street, because you're in a facility like this. Doors don't get locked. People roam the buildings all night long. You're not safe. I sleep with one eye open. I don't sleep.